Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tasteless doing another cast for you guys. This time around, it's going to be Action versus Snow. I could not be more hype. Snow is rank 1 on the ladder right now. There is one Terran who I believe is a cheater that hasn't been removed, who's actually rank 1. But if you want like somebody who's not cheating, it is Snow. And he's going to be going up against Action. Of course, Action is such a great Zerg player. Always exciting to see, what kind of games he's going to bring here, and always a threat to any Protoss. If you like this content, please subscribe to the channel and like it and leave a comment and all that YouTube stuff you always hear at every YouTube, and we'll hear for the rest of the time because it helps me get out there in the algorithm. So this is Action down here in the bottom left. We don't have anything else to say about that right now. In the top right, it's going to be Snow. The fact that he didn't send the probe out to scout after the pylon means it should be a gateway expand. Overlord going to be moving over here towards the bottom right. This is all pretty standard. You always want to start to, on this map at least, scout with the Overlord counterclockwise, so that way the Overlord can, if the Protoss was over here, you could perch right up here and then monitor him. But in this case, it's going to be cross spawns. I'm curious to see what Snow can actually do with the gateway expand and cross spawns. The map is polypoid. It's a map, if you follow StarCraft, you're probably pretty familiar with. If you don't follow StarCraft, it won't take much to get a handle on this map. The big thing with this map is that every expansion is pretty defendable. The mineral only that you get out here, it's on the high ground. It's pretty easy to cover. If you can follow my cursor on the mini-map at the bottom left side of the screen, there's a base here, here, and here. So 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. You also get bases. Those are on the high ground. Those are easy to defend. So a lot of times in this matchup, games are very much decided on if you can stop an expansion before it starts or stop it while it's in the middle of being made. Because otherwise, the Zerg is going to get tons of sunken colonies and spores and lurkers. The Protoss is going to get cannons, Templars, and maybe even Reavers. And sometimes in Brood War, you just have to give up on a base if you can't get it in time, because turtling is so strong in this game. So we've got the scouting probe coming out. The Zealot is going to be making a beeline over here towards the Zerg. This was hatch into pool. There is a gas being taken and a third hatchery being taken as well. The idea would probably be here from the Protoss to try to get the Zealot behind the minerals and then try to trade out from there. In this travel distance, I don't know if it's going to be doable. The third pylon starts. And it does seem like we're going to see this push come out now. Now remember, 2 probe hits and two Zealot hits will kill a Ling. And that's why the probe is actually the one being targeted. Now, he's buying a decent amount of time. But what is he? He's only killed 1 Zergling. So he's not actually getting value. He's forcing the Zerg to make some more Lings. Ling speed starts, by the way. Get rid of this thing down here. And you can see this Zealot was coming across the map probably to get this base over here. But he just sends it back. And I think this is a good call. Now, he's making the forge inside of his base and making the core on the outside. So, in some ways, this is kind of the ideal for the Protoss. If you can keep your forge back here, because then they're never going to be able to deny your upgrades. In this game, it is going to be a Hydra bust. So this actually factors in quite a lot in this game here. Now, I do want to point out, if we've watched, the game, the casts where Mini won ASL, I think it was like maybe almost 2 years ago. Artosis and me talked about how Mini would go core before Forge. That's not what this is. Because he got the Forge first, he just made it back here. So that is very different. Now, notice, though, that Snow is just continuing to he hasn't made a cannon yet. So this can actually be confusing from the Zerg's perspective. If you don't see the cannon, you don't actually know if there's a Forge. Now, most players never ever skip the Forge, but it's just worth pointing out. Snow is still cutting a lot of corners with this build, and I really like to see it. Now, he's sending the 2 Zealots out. Just trying to push these Lings away. Keep in mind that the speed upgrade never actually finished. He canceled it. These are slow Lings. So when he moves out like that and he sees the Zerglings aren't fast, this could scare you into thinking it's a Hydra bust, right? Why do you not have speedlings? Don't you, don't you want to try and tech up normally? So we've got +1 attack. We've got the Corsairs coming. We've got the Citadel coming as well. The Hydras have only just started to be made. The 4 drones over here. What is it? 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 drones. And the normal amount here in the main. Protoss needs to push. Protoss needs to get some information. He's kind of instinctively, he's intuiting that Hydras are coming here. I think he feels very suspicious about what's happening. He has not started a second Corsair at all. He has the Zealots kind of out looking. One thing about Action, I think it was either Action or Soma. This is just off the top of my head, but I remember there was a game where the rush was engineered to go around the Corsairs. That didn't happen here. He sees it now. Notice how he's making the cannons push right up here. If you want to be really safe, you make it back because the Hydras can't get enough range to get over the gateway. This cannon placement means he's intending to protect the core as well as the gateway if possible. This cannon was a little bit too ambitious to be placed over there. Just checking back at home real quick. We don't have any more. I guess you don't need any more upgrades, right? He should have range and speed now. Snow might die, man. The core is going to go down. Now, again, remember that once you have the Citadel up, you don't need a Cybernetics core to make a Templar Archives. Just something to remember. So, now look, just judging from the way the Lings are set up, I think he wants to just try to dive in here. Oh, really good probe drill. Oh my god, that was incredible. Look at that. He's going to come in again. I don't know, man. These are 3 cannons barely positioned here. When the Hydralisks can chew their way through this, I mean, this is a very exposed Protoss. Luckily for Snow, he has a backup pylon, by the way. Don't be misled by by this pylon going down over here. More Hydras are still coming out, so Action is not stopping with this push. The probe drill is pulled. He's pulling it back. What he's doing right now is he's just going to keep right-clicking on this extractor or mineral pit, because he knows the moment that the Hydras come, he has to be ready. The Zealots are going to come forward. There's so many Hydras. A couple more Zealots are going to trickle down. You know what? I think he did it. I think he survives. That's sick. Wow. Look at that. That's insane. Is there a Templar Archives? Now there is. Really good block here. Sometimes in these casts, I'm just holding my breath like, oh my god, is he going to do it? The Zealots are going to push this even further down. And, I mean, at this point in time, I don't know that Action has any business really being out on the map like this. Like, the Zealots are just going to start to dumpster all these Hydras. Okay, we're getting some value out of this one Corsair. He's going to throw down a few more cannons. Let's see, he's still making Zealots. No Storm just yet. You know, again, I gotta say, I think this might be a mistake having the Hydras this far out. I'm saying that. I mean, Action's controlling really well, but, you know, the Zealots have bought enough time to kill the Overlord off. There's one more on the way. Now, why does that matter? Because DTs can just move through here freely, which is, you know, we're right at the phase where yeah, there it is. A DT is being made. He actually turns the Overlord around, as do all the Hydras turn around. So let's go back. We haven't really looked at what the Zerg's doing. So missile attack is being upgraded. That's not surprising when you go for mass Hydras, obviously. We don't have a 6th hatchery yet. And that may be due to the fact that the Zerg went so hard in the paint, just trying to Hydra bust, that there wasn't enough minerals to actually make another hatchery here. The layer starts. He tries to hide the layer, but it's up over here. Keep in mind, there's no sunks here. It would be a very unfortunate situation if the Protoss were to attack in here and this would fall. I guess if you lose the 3 hatches here, you lose the game anyways, but even worse, right? We're up to 2, 4, 6, 8 gateways. Templars are here. And he's just going to squeeze an expansion right out in the front, which I think is a completely valid way to play the game. The Zealots are going to come up. And I mean, this is just not enough Hydras right now. Oh, what? The body block with the DT. Oh my God. Okay, he gets... Oh, there was an Overlord here. He's going to get the layer. Remember that thing I said earlier? I'm looking so smart now. Oh my God. Oh my God, that was sick. Okay, did he get his Spire started? No. He didn't get it. Now, Snow doesn't know that. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so we've got, what, 6 Templars? The Robo started. I mean, I don't know that Action can recover. A lot of times when you go for 6-hatch Hydra and then you want to get a Spire, the idea is that you're able to basically snipe the Templars with the Mutas. But, I mean, you can't get Mutas if you don't have a Spire. This layer is still not done. Okay, nice hit. At this point in time, by the way, this is just Snow roaming. He's just like trying to look for damage. That's why he didn't bring the core. You always want 4 Templars in your main push. I think this is very, very deliberate. He makes 2 extra to kind of like roam and try to get value, and then he just sends him back. So I was mentioning earlier that this game could end by an expansion being, you know, kind of killed at its crib, basically. If a Zerg's able to get a position, or a Protoss for that matter, and Turtle, it's usually too difficult to deal with. Well, this is exactly the kind of moment where Protoss would like to push in and deny this hatchery, especially right as it finishes. I mean, the Zealots are doing so much damage at this point in time. Action's actually microing, like, really, really well, but it just seems like there's always enough Zealots here. All right, he's just going to run into the main. Well, he wants to run in the main, but this is StarCraft 1. It wouldn't be a StarCraft 1 game without units getting stuck somewhere for no reason. One Zealot comes up here, is just beating down these workers. So I thought this could have turned into a push. What? Easy, dude. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 Templars? What? That's wild. Or is he not even going to make 1 Archon? Is there not a shuttle coming out to storm drop? No? I mean, you know, here's the thing, I guess. We still don't have a Spire. Maybe Lurker Tech is coming here. But, I mean, when you have this many Templars, you tell me about a world where Hydras beat Dragoons and this many Templars. Only Dragoons. Wow. The push is going to continue on down here. Now, he's got a few little groups of Hydras that can snipe Templars. And so, you know, I mean, honestly, not bad, right? But, I mean, how many more Templars are still here? There's still 8. I don't even want to know how many storms that could be. Well, I guess if he doesn't have the energy upgrade, it would just be, like, 16. But you know what I'm saying. That's, like, so many storms. Lurkers are going to be out, but you have a storm for every... You have, like, 2 storms for every Lurker. Oh my God. I think this is over. Whoa. That was wild. Thank you for joining me for that cast. See this shirt I got? It says Get Good Scrub. You could buy this at my merch shop, tastelessthreads.com. Also, subscribe to the channel. Put a comment in the comment section, whatever. I don't know. What do you think about 9 Templars, guys? Whatever. Put something in the comment section. Help me with the algorithm. And, join my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TastelessTV, where I record these live, as well as ladder and play some other games, sometimes not StarCraft related too. Have an amazing day, and I hope to see you in a future video. Bye-bye.